As we go about our day, data is being collected.
From tracking our interests and purchases to collecting our personal details. We trust these companies to keep our data safe, but increasingly their systems are being targeted.
Ransomware is a massive threat across our economy. We continue to face this scourge.
Lieutenant General Michelle McGuinness is the country's national cybersecurity watchdog. She warns that those who wish to do us harm online can do so cheaper, faster, and with greater implications than ever before.
And we do this to prevent, to prepare for, respond to, and importantly, recover. We have threat actors that are constantly looking for vulnerabilities to exploit, and they will look for all vulnerabilities, whether it be the human in the loop, the technology, the interdependent connections.
She insists their methods are rapidly evolving.
We're also really focused on ensuring that Australians know how to spot scams, which are getting harder to spot as our criminals are using AI to be more authentic, and as more data becomes available that allows them to better impersonate someone we think we might know.
The average costs of cybercrime hitting businesses are up, according to a new report from the Australian Signals Directorate. Small Business reported that attacks using techniques like malicious emails and identity fraud have cost it on average $56,000 per incident, a rise of about 14% on last year. For a medium-sized business, the cost of cyber attacks have risen by more than 50% to almost $100,000. And for a large-scale business, there's been a 200% increase, with costs at $200,000.
In the boardroom and when we're looking at decisions, there's a lot of reasons why payment or considering engaging with these groups makes a lot of sense, unfortunately.
But there are some in the cybersecurity sector who say businesses often feel they tread a risky path if they don't pay.
I've had a client in the past who had an insolvency event looming. They couldn't trade without their systems for long enough, and they would have likely had an insolvency event if they didn't pay the ransom. It was as simple as that. For them to recover manually, it was going to take months. They didn't have the cash to trade for months.
Darren Hopkins leads cybersecurity analysis at business advisory firm McGrath-Nicol.
By paying, they're minimising the harm to others, because they're not going to have the data get leaked publicly. They're not going to have this issue where all that data is now available for anyone to get access to. And all they've been asked to do is pay some money to prevent that from happening. The other reason is they have to pay to get their systems up and running or to reduce the time that they're down. And for some businesses, they'll work out the cost of being down versus the cost of payment, and the return on one is much better than the other.
McGrath-Nicol has conducted research with YouGov. Of the companies they surveyed, many admitted to making a payment to the cyber criminals in an attempt to stop the attack.
So in the past 12 months, 44% of the survey group, which was bigger this year, had fallen victim to a ransomware. So that's still a really large number. And 71% of those that had actually fallen victim decided to pay.
The other problem when deciding whether to pay or not is whether the criminal extorting a business can be trusted to end the cyber attack after money's changed hands.
There is no honour among thieves. Most ransom demands, if paid, are not honoured. So I think that speaks for itself.
David Tuffley is a senior lecturer in cybersecurity at Griffith University. He backs the government's just say no stance.
Literally, only about 10% of people who are extorted that way actually receive their data back. So pay once, oh, we got paid this time, pay again, then we'll give you your... So it could go on and on.
Michelle McGuinness says the businesses who pay up could actually attract more trouble in the future.
These are criminals that we can't trust. So whilst they say pay and we'll give it back, that data has been exposed and will almost certainly be exploited by other criminals. We know anecdotally that businesses that pay a ransom will be retargeted.
While the government considers what future actions it may take on ransom payments, David Tuffley warns the rate at which cyber criminals adapt leaves lawmakers playing catch-up.
The risk to individuals and organisations in Australia has never been greater. That is the bottom line here. Attacks which were creative and unheard of last week are this week old hat, replaced by something even newer, even more ingenious. So it's like a game of whack-a-mole where you whack the mole down but it pops up instantly somewhere else.